Public transit is great. It reduces emissions, relieves congestion, and is good for the economy. However, when many cities build new transit lines, they make a mistake on what they put around their transit stations. The land use around the transit station is an important factor on whether the station could attract riders and be successful. So today, let's talk about good and bad land use around transit stations. We will start with park and rides. Park and ride is where riders would drive to a parking lot next to a transit station and then take the transit for the rest of their trip. It is commonly found in suburbs in North America, where single-family zoning is dominant and is very car-dependent. While park and ride could shorten the distance traveled on automobiles, it's not a perfect land use choice. Parking lots could take up a lot of space. Take Ronkonkoma on Long Island, New York as an example. There is a huge amount of land used to park cars. A better land use choice than park and ride is a transit hub with feeder bus routes. This is also found in many stations on Long Island, including Ronkonkoma. The way it works is that these feeder bus routes will operate from the transit station to nearby areas to take riders to and from the transit station. This, if done correctly, could be an alternative for park and ride, where riders could ride a bus to the transit station instead of driving. Of course, there is other modes of transit that could solve the last mile problem, such as streetcar, light rail, etc. While using feeder bus routes to connect riders to transit is great, my favorite and in my opinion the best solution is to have a dense walkable neighborhood around the station where people could simply walk or bike to the transit station. Traditional walkable neighborhoods could be found in many places. Those suburbs developed after the mid-century are typically car-centric and built with single-family homes. Compared to traditional walkable neighborhoods, many cities have started to build transit-oriented development around transit stations. On Long Island, there are multiple TODs, including Wyandotte Village, which I visited in a previous video, Ronkonkoma, Lindenhurst, etc. These developments typically are built with mixed-use and mid-rise zoning, commercial on the street level and residential on top. Traditional walkable downtowns and new TODs both make it easy to access transit without a last-mile problem. They are typically located just steps away from the transit station. One thing to point out is that there can be multiple land use around transit stops. Ronkonkoma, for example, includes all three of these land use types. Land use around transit station is also not limited to these three types, but the ones I mentioned are, from what I experienced, is most commonly seen. So, what do you think is the best land use around transit stations? Share with me in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.